Welcome to my kitchen, because we're not doing a political video this morning. We are starting out by preparing a nice simple rub here that we're going to be rubbing over some chicken breasts. I use coarse ground pepper for this, little garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder. There we go. Some smoked paprika. I love smoked paprika. Any excuse to use it is a good excuse. And a little bit of dried rosemary. Because, as the title of this video says, we are making some steaks this morning, although they are going to be made from chicken breasts. This has become one of my favorite ways to cook a chicken breast, namely that you cook it in the same manner that you would cook a steak. And that's why I'm calling these things chicken breast steaks. Although, since I'm not going to be slicing up these chicken breasts, getting this rosemary all over the place, I suppose you might maybe just call this roasted chicken breasts. However, the name chicken breast steak should hopefully, be a little more attractive and more appealing. And more importantly, the chicken breasts are going to taste good no matter what we call them. Oh yeah, I have not included salt in this rub because I'm going to be salting these chicken breasts first and then putting on the rest of the rub. On the other hand, I am also not washing off the chicken. This is completely intentional because, in fact, washing off your chicken does tend to do more to spread those awful chicken cooties all over the place than actually getting the chicken clean. And more importantly, this is going to actually be going into a hot oven. So in that respect, the chicken cooties are going to be certainly unalived with no difficulty at all. And so that's why there's nothing wrong with not washing off the chicken. Yeah, I'm calling these things here steaks because just that, this chicken is going to be cooked in the same manner of a steak. I could even call these chicken ribeyes, I suppose, because we are definitely using the rib meat here. A little bit of olive oil, not too much, you don't need a lot. Oh no, I'm putting my bare hands on chicken. How will I ever survive, despite the fact I've been doing this to chicken, well, pretty much my entire life. Enough with the controversial stuff, I guess. Wash my hands again. Anyway, we start off by giving these chickens a generous coating of kosher salt. Nice. And here is the rub that we just prepared a couple of minutes ago. Flip these over. Wash my hands again. All right. Once again, just nicely pat this dry. Then olive oil, rub, rinse my hands. Seems to be a pattern going here, doesn't it? I have got a huge cast iron pan heating up in the oven right now to 500 degrees so that we will be able to sear these chicken ribeyes or steaks. Well, pretty much as soon as we're done here. Generous amount of kosher salt, because a lot of this kosher salt is going to burn off when it hits that hot pan. That's why we can use a generous amount. So there will definitely be some flavor to this chicken. And of course, once my guest has this tonight, she can, of course, add hot sauce, barbecue sauce, and whatever she wants. Now, as I stated, the fun part is cooking the chicken. Oh yeah. Oof. It's burning my glove. Okay, now that we've done that, here is the rest, the little bit of my stir-fry oil. Oh yeah, that's plenty. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 3, and move this over a little bit, a 4. There. Cooking chicken breasts or any kind of chicken for that matter, is the same as cooking a steak here, and it's one of the easiest ways you can do this. All we need to do is sear each side of this chicken, and then after that, in goes a thermometer, at which point then this will go back into the oven. The oven is at 500 degrees, in fact, so I'm going to turn the oven temperature down slightly to 425 degrees. Now we need to use the tongs, carefully as I can. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The chicken has already shrunk slightly. I used a deep cast iron pan to cut down on splatter, because there is still some oil and grease down there on the bottom of the pan, and I really don't like it splattering all over the oven. And once again, this is the large cast iron Sportsman deep fryer that they stopped producing a little more than 20 years ago. However, this deep fryer here was so popular that a number of other companies have indeed still been making their own oval roasters, and they're really not hard to find even today. On the vintage cast iron treasure hunt these days, you would probably pay like over $100 for something like this. But on the other hand, if you just go to places like Bass Pro Shops or Amazon, you'll be able to find brand new roasters, which are admittedly made in Asia, but there's nothing wrong with that. From Bayou Classic, Cajun Cooker, Cabela's. I think Cabela's house brand of cast iron has been discontinued ever since they were bought out by Bass Pro Shops. But I'm told they can still be found. All right. Looks like here it might not be a bad idea to rotate this even a little bit. So let's do this. Don't want to break the skin. There we go. Move this down a little bit. Move this over. There we go. That's better. Because, yeah, I did see that this one did not sear as well as the others. Put this back over. Now comes the essential part, the thermometer. Stick this in nice and thick. There we go. Don't touch the bone. And now we get to put this back into the oven. Oh, I can turn off the burners now just to be safe. Careful. There we go. That was fun. Now the last thing to do, of course, is set the temperature. We are setting the temperature alarm to 155 degrees. And there are two reasons why I'm cooking it to 155 rather than 165. First, yes, it is true that bacteria are killed instantly when it reaches 165. However, there have been scientific studies, reputable scientific studies, that prove that bacteria is still killed at 150 degrees and higher if you simply let the chicken rest for a few minutes. So I'm compromising and doing 155 degrees. More importantly, the temperature of this chicken is going to rise a little bit to maybe 160 or so as it is resting, and that is known as carryover cooking. So that means we also don't want this chicken to dry out. We want a nice juicy breast meat, and that's exactly what we're going to get. So that means now we sit and wait until the alarm goes off, and it's as simple as that. Yeah, these chicken steaks are looking pretty good. We have a crisp skin and everything, which means the chicken is now going to rest for a few minutes while we prepare some gravy. Butter. A little bit of flour. It took a while to learn that at this point we don't add more flour, because when we start adding milk, it all congeals and thickens. Now I just add more milk to thin it. And voila, we have gravy. Just a little bit more salt, not much. Pepper. And Worcestershire sauce. Or Worcestershire, whichever you prefer. I like my gravy thick. And that is a chicken steak. Top it with the gravy, and dinner is served.